Hi everyone, I thought we would just run through some of the Rosa Bonheur pictures that are in PowerPoint. I am looking at my PowerPoints on a second laptop. If you wanted to listen to me and also look at the pictures and you had a way to do it, maybe on your phone, I would recommend that we give this a try and see how this works. Let me know. Rosa Bonheur is an incredible painter. She's the most famous woman artist of the 19th century, so she's someone that you need to know about. She is considered to be a realist, and she was dedicated to recording visual reality. For accuracy, in fact, Rosa Bonheur, who is really an animal painter, studied animals, and that includes going to the slaughterhouses so that she could see the way. The muscle was attached to the bones so that she could get the animal absolutely, completely, accurately depicted. Perhaps, however, the most interesting thing about Rosa is she was something of a character. As you can see from looking at her portrait, this was done by a companion of Rosa's, and also looking at the photograph of Rosa Bonheur. She promoted independence for women in the 19th century, and she raised a lot of eyebrows because she was a little eccentric in the way she did things. She wore her hair short, which women did not do. She smoked cigars, and are you ready? She wore pants. In the 19th century, if you were a woman, you actually had to get a police permit lasting only 6 months to wear pants in public. Rosa did receive it because she needed to be able to do that to visit the slaughterhouses and also to visit the animal fairs. One of which we have, and I'm moving to that slide now, we have 2731 in our textbook. The very cool thing about this picture is it's in the mat, so you can actually see it. It is also huge. You can't miss it. It's over 16 feet, around 16 and a half feet in length. And it records the visual reality, the accuracy in her painting that is a part of her style, as she depicts and paints a series of horses that have been brought to a fair for the purposes of selling them. There is, I think, just a tinge of romantic quality, romanticism in this as well. She was aware of the painting of animals that Jericho did, and certainly of the romantic paintings of horses in general. So a little tinge of romanticism, but fundamentally a realist. And in part, we can say she's a realist because of the kinds of animals that she paints. She tends to paint workhorses. She tends to paint ordinary animals, animals that are not pedigreed, that are not wearing ribbons in their hair, but animals that we could see on the farm. These are not noble animals other than the strength and the fierceness of their personalities that she is actually recording. These animals also are completely unbroken. You can see the rearing horse. These are animals ready to be sold. They'll have to be trained. They'll have to be broken on the farm once they're acquired. They're workhorses. They're like the Budweiser Clydesdales. The little detail on the upper left, if you can see the face of the person in blue, what we think is that is actually a self-portrait of Rosa Bonheur, who has included her own image in this particular picture. Okay, I want to show you another one, and it's Bonheur's plowing. And this is really a terrific picture. It puts us a little bit below the oxen. Again, these are farm animals. These are strong animals. These are powerful animals. They're not animals that any of us would think of as pedigreed or pampered, for that matter. In this picture, the oxen, very strong, are running along a diagonal. There are humans that are working with them, directing the oxen, but we barely see them. They're anonymous figures, and the real stars of the painting are the oxen. Before leaving this, in terms of realism, though, would you look at that dirt? This is the best painted dirt I have ever seen. This woman was an incredible artist, and in fact, in her lifetime, was recognized by the French government. So she is extraordinary, and she was also extraordinarily successful. I've got a couple more in the PowerPoints for you to take a look at. One of them is Wild Bill Cody, Buffalo Bill, on a white horse. He came to France with his Wild West show. He and Rosa had been in communication, and he agreed to bring her some Mustangs from the United States, which she dearly loved. She painted his portrait. However, if you take a look at the portrait, I gotta tell you, I think it's really about the horse. There are a couple other animal pictures in there as well. She did have a menagerie on her farm, including lions. I don't know that she ever would have successfully bred them, but I do know she had a passionate interest in all animals from around the world. I would like you to take a look at the donkey because I really do think that's an animal portrait. She's infusing it with emotion that, in fact, is recognizably human, and I think could be parallel to what we could see on a human face. An extraordinary woman who's a realist, but also brings real respect to animal painting and helps to contribute to the success of females in the world of art.